And welcome back to Let's Play Banished. In the last episode we finally started having a yield on those cherry trees here. So grab your baskets and let's play some more Banished. Now we will start harvesting once the yield reaches 100. Which should happen... there we go. So as you can see now, we reach 100 and the people will start gathering that. They will start carrying out those crates, and once we hit, I think, early winter, all of this is automatically decreasing. So right now the yield is staying constant as long as there is no worker picking cherries. But during the winter the yield will decrease naturally to 0. So basically food just goes bad on the field. And your people will automatically start harvesting in early autumn. So we are a bit ahead of the curve now, which is good. Depending on how many people you have here and when you started the farm, you will reach the first harvest. You might reach it a bit late. And we've been doing okay. It goes a bit quicker, it goes up a bit quicker if you have a fully crewed farm, as opposed to like only one guy working on it. You also harvest a lot quicker. And that's another thing that I do like about it. Okay. Yeah, if you see that it's going to be too late to start, you can also just tell your people to harvest. I can't do that anymore because they are already harvesting. But we're doing okay. And we also see that this will... you see this produce a lot of cherries. Well, not yet, but we still have like 2/3 of the cherries on the trees. Come on, harvest. Harvest quicker. Yeah. Yeah, those places are pretty much at the top of their capacity. I can't produce any more beef from here. I will probably... let's see how much firewood we have. Not too much. Actually, only 140 units of firewood. That's next to nothing. Okay, how much coal do I have? What do I see how much coal I have? I have 0 coal, but I happen to be at the top of my capacity for steel tools, it would seem. Am I really? Production. I have... oh yeah, I have 103 tools. What's that? It's a fish crate. Apparently the fish carrier died. I would appreciate another student graduating very soon. Yeah, 3% yield. I think we can say we've harvested this out. How much did we get? 773. I think this goes up a bit, although I'm not sure. I'm also not sure how the variance is with the different crops. So for example, if we had a pecan orchard of the same size, how much we would get out of this. But I think the production goes up slightly during the years, and it goes up to a certain point and it gets a small dent because trees are starting to die and they have to be replaced and all that stuff goes on. So overall our farms will have to produce more. Well, I think that's a pretty good haul for one season. We also got 3 logs out of it, so apparently a bit of wood was... actually, I think that's a bug. I think that's just because one of those farmers has picked up some wood from over here and just brought it home. So it was counted as being brought in by one of the farmers, and it's showing here, but I don't think it was actually farmed from here. Okay. I gotta keep an eye on this food production here. Aside of that, we are still pretty fine. The thing is, we don't have storage space for firewood, and I can't build another of those storage piles, I think. I can, I don't want to though. I'm going to have another once I get to... once I get to what exactly? What the hell was I going to say? I'm not going to need another because I will build a market up here, and that will act as both a barn and a storage pile. That's what I was going to say. I could also use the trading post as an additional storage. But I try to not do that, to be honest. I'd rather avoid that at all cost. How much did we produce here? Wow, 56 warm coats in the last season. That's pretty good. I consider that pretty good. Okay, so 773. Let's actually not keep that in mind because the game stores those numbers for next year. I have a herdsman and a fisherman here. Those are the first people to get fired again if I need additional workers. I know we're low on firewood, which happens to be a bit of a problem here. I think it's mostly because this is full. Or mostly full. So the firewood that gets stored is used up quite quickly. I'm not concerned about that because people tend to use... can't use one house. I mean, you've seen it in the beginning when we only had one house for everybody. People will warm up if there is just one house heated. They will just go there and get their heat from there. So yeah, that's not too concerning. The 4 farmers should be working over here now. Okay, they're picking up resources. Yeah, they act as laborers now. Which again is something I find great, so you don't have to unassign them every year and to cause the game to reshuffle all the living places and workplaces. They just automatically go and see where they can be useful. And that's something that certain other games don't do that well, or don't do at all. And I really appreciate it if you don't have to micromanage every single thing, and people just do a certain amount of stuff on their own. That's just great. Okay. Yeah, we're out of coal. I hope we find a trader who brings us some soon. Let's see how I'm doing with trade items. And I think we haven't seen any nomads yet, which really is a shame. I would like some nomads. I mean, I'd definitely like to show you how that works, but we might be a bit out of luck here. Well, I'm still missing something. I know you need both a trading post and the... you need... yeah, it's crude. You need a trading post and you need the town hall in order to get nomads, but I don't know how it's going beyond that. Also, I don't know how exactly you would get a preacher here. And I don't know if you can actually... I mean, assuming that's a Catholic church, I think priests have to be ordinated, so I don't know if you can do that in a town that is... I mean, the political ramifications of this place seem to be a bit weird, because as going from the title, we have been banished, so we have been, I suppose, outlawed by wherever we came from. So I don't know if this town is actually a recognized place. I mean, we don't have a currency or anything. So we seem to be a bit outside of the local of the laws, and it just seems a bit odd to me. I mean, I like the game. I definitely love the game and everything about it, but it still strikes me as odd sometimes that we can build all that stuff and we can trade freely with everybody who comes along. Although I suppose there is no political border when you can do profit. I mean, those guys basically getting this in exchange for other goods, which I suppose makes things very cheap. Considering we always have the same rates for exchange. Also, not that one. Yeah, this is worrying. This is worrying me now, because we have a 500 unit gap between production and usage over 5 years. And you see here we have dropped from 3,000 and something food to 2,300, which is very, 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 very few, considering where we could be. So I definitely need this to be finished soon. Okay, I want another builder here, so this gets sorted. Okay, at least the woodcutter will have a lot of work now. What are you? Okay, you have noticed you're short on coal. Still have place here. And we're low on firewood again. That's fine. I didn't get anything done firewood-wise because of the amount of other things we had in store, I suppose. I think that was a problem. It was just basically cramming all our stuff and we couldn't produce anything. Also, there's a new trader. Let's see what he has. Also, I sold most of the firewood we had there. So, trader. Also, don't do that. You have firewood, you have leather, you have chicken, you have pepper, and you have iron tools. I'm going for the firewood this time. Going to buy all of it. You need 500 units. I'm just going to sell you firewood. I'm going to sell you some of those. Okay, yeah, that works. Trade that. So we're doing better here. Okay, and now we're down in our production again. And I don't like this tendency. I really don't like it. Also, the yield is going slowly up again here. I'll place some houses over here just for the farmers to live in. But I don't want to build too many, because I think I already have too many houses. And the more houses you have, the more people will try to store food, and you've seen where that goes. So right now I might have made the mistake I wanted to avoid with those additional houses over there. We still have 3 homes that should be unoccupied. Well, one is this, obviously, but there should be more than that. I'm not going to bother with seeing which houses have smoke and which don't. Also, we have stone houses. Didn't know that. We have a kind of a wave of workers incoming here, and judging from those numbers, we might actually have the need for a second school building very soon. I think also this trader. No, wait. Let's actually let's strike a deal here. Let's put in another 125 herbs and get 500 peppers, which only 500, please. Which we can't use, but we can, or we can't plant them. So I can't just take the seeds out and plant them, but I can eat them. So you see, it's not listed as a trade good here. Oh my goodness, the woodcutter has died. So fishermen, go become laborers. Okay. Actually, I want one of you to become a builder as well, just so this road gets finished. I might have to start clearing out this. The thing is, if I want more productive buildings, I need more other stuff as well. Like, I need more people. Right now, I don't have people to man whatever I'm going to build up here. I think the best thing I can build is... No, I'll go with more farms here. So I'll place some houses here, and then I'll place some farms along this edge, assuming I can squeeze them in there. Let me try that. Farm, no crop fields. Crop fields would be a decent idea, but... Okay, that's too large, but I can squeeze in like this. Okay, yeah, I can do that. That's fine. That works for me. Can do that. So I'm going to place a pecan orchard over there. It will still not sort our problem, because we still need to... we still need a considerable amount of time to get this to produce. If I planted like corn, I could use that. I could eat that in the next year, because I can't... Yeah, no, it's too late to get some seeds out. So I could produce that. Stop doing that. Okay, we're looking better with food now. Just slightly. It has slightly recovered, but we're still on a downward trend, which is worrying. And you can see that here. I want population. I want food. Yeah, you see the trend is pretty obvious. Shut the hell up, cell phone. And we want to fix that before it gets too late. Because once we are here, we are in trouble. Also, where's my teacher? Is it still the old one? Or did the teacher... Yeah, we seem to have replaced the teacher. Not sure if he died or if something else happened to him. Woodcutter, woodcutter. I suppose they all got heart attacks because they are old people. And they were forced to do some pretty heavy physical work. I mean, woodcutting is... I think it's pretty intense, or pretty strain for your body if you do it. I mean, I haven't cut that much wood. I've actually barely ever did it. Actually, I never cut wood. Oh, well, I chopped wood once or twice, but it has been kind of exhausting. And yeah, I suppose if you do it all day and have a queue of freezing people waiting for firewood, then I suppose it will be quite a stressy job. Also tempted to tell this guy to make iron tools again, but I think we can afford to wait for the next trader, just to see how it goes. I mean, if we hit 50 tools, I will go down to I will downgrade the tools again and tell him to make iron tools. But until then, I'm willing to wait for more coal. I'm not going to build a mine just now. That will have to wait. But I'm really tempted to get some coal. Also, I could try to build a hunting lodge here, because there seems to be a lot of venison. Those will disappear soon enough. Okay, let's go with 2 fishermen again. I'll build another school once this hits 15 or 17. Because it's always good to keep your guys educated. Education is what you need, is one of the things that you definitely need here. I wish there was a like a graph that showed you how many adults you are going to see soon, or when you would receive the next work. Like a little timer would be nice to see. Okay, next worker will be ready in so and so many seconds. Although I suppose it would break the immersion or the atmosphere if you had like a timer like that. Anyway, I think it's time to cut the video here, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!